Yes, good morning guys. What's up? My name is Francis Tito. In case you're new here, please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up. And been woken up by a call from a friend. There's something we had talked and I almost forgot, man. So I hope I'm not late, and let me see. Niaje? Wacha kuwa. Oh, here's my dude. Niaje? Okay. So this is my friend. His name is Peter, and he invited me into their homestead so that we do a video. I'm being called here. Howdy. So guys, it is at this point that we are welcomed into our grandma's African kitchen, and my friend Peter had gone to fetch some firewood that was backyard. So I take time to introduce myself, and meanwhile Peter is busy with the fire. All right. You can see that this is a typical African kitchen, and the firewood, there's a fireplace in the middle of the room, so it's attended to by whoever is around. And my friend Peter normally helps his grandmother out, as she cannot move around or about the place. You can see her, and there are several sufurias, or the utensils that have liquids, and we'll come to understand later that this liquid is necessary to brew this fermented porridge, and it is used to like dilute and at times increase the thickness of the porridge. So that I think one has like raw flour, and yes. So okay, so here you can see my friend is busy attending the fire, as I had said, and it's pretty early in the morning. You can see the sun rays, the way they are penetrating right on that wall. Those are sun rays. So we are just getting ready and readying up for the business of the day. Yes, so this is how we basically, I'm going to show you how we prepare porridge the traditional way. Yes, and maybe later we can have a sip of some and at least get to taste what it's like. So here we get to rest on that seat that you've seen my friend bring to me. Yes, and the porridge, it has to be stirred So, and the easiest way to start it is like using that jug, you understand? So, and in that sufuria that Peter is starting now, that one is for increasing the thickness of the porridge, and that brings the authentic taste of our beverage. All right. So meanwhile, we were like having a little chat with grandma here, and some little words of advice. In African villages, or the traditional way, you have, like, it's universal. You have to respect the elderly, and you have to listen to them, as they'll never lack words of wisdom. All right? Yes, and this is a typical African kitchen. Besides our grandma, you can see some green leaves. The foliage that you see, that is organic, natural, traditional vegetables. You understand? Yes. And you can see some liquid or some raw flowers be added to the main pot, you can see. Yes, and the fire or the flames are lit. They are lit well, so the porridge there is now ready up. So normally this is the work that boys used to do, and boys in traditional African ways are helpers. So you can see after some time the porridge is ready, and we'll put it in these jerry cans. All right, so this porridge, you can see it's much, and it's very hot, and it's being prepared for a function, you can tell. So I was saying that this is the traditional way, or the normal way in which we African boys are at service to our elderly parents or grandparents, understand? So in this manner we are able to shape our lives, because you can see when you're busy like this, they say an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So you can tell that being busy like this in the homesteads, you can never go wrong. So our grandma here is starting the porridge, and some is also being added. It's a process. It's not a process you can get to understand very fast. So you've seen I was presented some porridge now, so that we can have a taste of the beverage that's already made, you see. And yes, so this is the whole process and procedure of basically preparing this beverage. And the porridge consists of 5 ingredients, and I understand from the little knowledge I know, there is some sorghum, there are likes of millet, and there's maize as well, and some 2 other basic components that I forgot or I don't know the English translation of them, but those ones, they are then ground into flour. So you can see it's basically a process of stirring and pouring, and yeah, and this is a process. You can't just hop in and do it. It takes time. So with her experience, my friend as well is getting some apprenticeship, and that's how you learn some of these skills that are passed on forth to generations, you know. So you can see some stirring around here. Yes, it's then poured into the main cooking pot. And then I understand that maybe whatever Peter is pouring here, that is fermented flour. I think it's first like added some water into it, and then it's left to ferment, and then later on it's now prepared, as you can see. So the whole bit of it will be added into the cooking pot, and you can see the production is a cycle. It's you can't really comprehend whatever is going on here unless I understand this is quite a challenge, because you can't really make up of what is basically happening here. And I can tell you for sure the drink is authentic. All right, so you can see some now is ready, and it is at this moment that sugar is added. So the sugar is mixed into this small cooking pot that you see here. Now I was told that it can't be added directly into the large cooking pot, because it will be hectic now to like stir it, you know, because the sugar particles will sink, you know, and it will not be easy to like stir the drink. All right, so some water, little bit of water added into the cooking pot. And keen to notice that it consumes so much sugar. You can see that's about 1.5 kilos of sugar. So some stirring, some vigorous stirring taking on here. All right, having done that, you can note that now the drink is ready with sugar, and it has he has added the flavor. So yes, and then some stirring. By now you can tell even the fire is almost going out. Yep, so let me test it and how I feel of how it tastes. It's unbelievably sweet, man. Yeah. So this is in our village. It's not very far from my place, and my friend is so lucky to have his grandparents around, and he's assisting her to like prepare this porridge. So he called me up so that I can indeed share this moment as with you guys. So I hope it pleases you. And yes, it's so sweet. So one time you're in Africa, look for some fermented porridge. Yes, and this is how it's brewed or cooked. Yeah, and this is just one of the Africa's heritage, man.